All right, welcome back. We continue. Gina, question for you, and this was from yesterday in the NFL. We saw this in London where Mike Vrabel rolled the dice. His team scores a touchdown to make it 2019, 1-point deficit to the Charger. He decides to go for 2 in the win and not kick the extra point. You like it?
I guess you thought that was too far to go to lose.
And
in
they
regulation.
lost anyway.
You didn't want to play anymore.
But would you do it if you were head coach?
I might, yeah.
I do too. I think the 2-point conversion is not there just for when you absolutely have to have it. You can use it a lot of different ways.
If you feel like you have something that you know is going to work, it's okay to go for it.
All right, let's go for line 1. Pete in Squirrel Hill. Pete, what's up?
Hey, Bob and Gene, how are you tonight? Real quick question, Bob, about Vontaze Burfict. When he was at Arizona State, is there a record of many disciplinary issues here? Because I don't think he just come to the NFL and become an idiot. He was born an idiot, and that's what I was wondering. I hope you can answer that for me.
Yes, he did. He had a variety of things. Nothing that ever went to the point, I don't think, of criminal, Gene.
Certainly nothing that went to the point of scaring off Cincinnati. But when Vontaze Burfict was in youth leagues and high school conferences and such in California, he was always in trouble for the way he played. That goes back to when he was a kid.
It's Clinton Altoona. He's next up on the Sports Call. Hey, Clint, how are you tonight?
Hi, good. How are you guys doing?
All right, what's up?
Yeah, the college football I want to talk about real quick and the upcoming playoff selection and everything. With Ohio State getting beat down there, which really didn't surprise me too much, but the score did because I think they were ripe for a couple of weeks. They didn't really look that great. I think, number one, do you think they're out of it now for good as far as the top 4? And who do you think, other than, obviously with Alabama, Clemson, and Notre Dame, who do you think maybe moves in there now in the one of the 4 now?
Well, I'd look at Michigan because they've gotten it together and they have a big win this past week against Michigan State. But I wouldn't rule Ohio State out. They have some big games left and they could win their division to get to a conference championship. They still could.
Yeah, I mean, I certainly wouldn't rule them out. I wouldn't rule Texas out. I wouldn't even rule Oklahoma out. Or even UCF. That's probably not.
See, UCF is an argument I like to make because I don't think they get their fair share.
Yeah.
People say, look at their schedule. Okay, look at their schedule. What happened last year? They go undefeated. They go to a bowl game, and they beat the crap out of Auburn. Yeah, Auburn, a good team from the SEC. And then this year they take on Pitt and beat them by, what did they beat them by, 31 points?
31 points or something
like
that.
Should they get a shot?
They have the longest winning streak in the nation.
If they're 5th, 6th in the ratings at that point, I mean, do they get blackballed again just because they're not a Power 5 conference?
Yeah, probably, but that's too bad. That's why college football doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Tom in Swissville.
Yeah.
Quickly,
Yeah,
Tom.
well, why the Pirates don't make it to the playoff?
Well, they're not good enough, and they don't have enough hitting, and hopefully they're going to solve that in the offseason.
Well, they should get better and make it to the playoff.
All right. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. We're due for a break on that note. Back with more right after this on Pittsburgh CW.